Right, so welcome everyone. This is the first Zoom for the year.
For the year.
So what are the things we look at is possibly Nearpod is an app. So when I start my lesson, I will get the students to enter the code and then they can join the interactive class session. So I call it interactive, partly because it is not something, not like what you're doing now. We are just going through slides, right? I'm just communicating information. So students may, after a while, for 3-hour session, they will not be able to follow. Even if you try to follow, they may say quite tough. They need a break and all this. And I do not know whether they are being engaged about a tip. Do have the free version first, FOC. Do not sign up for the Go version unless you are very comfortable. So do take note, if you have a free version, it's up to 40 per lesson, right? 40. So if your class is more than 40, then you may consider the Go version, or up to 50. So how I tackle this is, if I have a too big a class, then I break them into groups. So what will happen is, maybe in a group of 5, 2 to 3 of them will be able to log in. Then the rest will contribute. Important thing is the Wi-Fi. So your school Wi-Fi or your organization's Wi-Fi must be quite good. Otherwise, there will be lag. How do I make the presentation when you look into engagement? And last part, assessment. Assessment is important. Basically, if we are lecturers, we need to ensure the students are able to comprehend. And how do we test whether they comprehend or not? Then there is something here called the assessment activity, where you can go through, and let's go through one by one. So for your presentation, as I earlier asked, if you have PowerPoint slides, you are already on the way. Don't need to redesign any PowerPoint slides. Use the same PowerPoint slides. Google Slides is a bit more challenging. I tried, right, to go into Nearpod. So the best form is basically PDF, right? So PowerPoint slides convert to PDF. So what I see here today are all the slides. These are all PowerPoint slides. So before I put into Nearpod, I convert them to PDF. Engagement. This is where the students come in, and it is quite easy to engage them because you will just ask them to take a phone out or tablet and they will join the lesson, right? And they are quite familiar. So initially I was a bit frightened. I said, look, if my phone is so small, will they be able to see it? In fact, they have no issues. I was quite surprised. So then it goes to your design. So when you design your slides, please ensure that it is, the fonts are about possibly 30 or 40. Right? Too small, it's a bit difficult for them to see. Right? But those are just information. The app itself is not bad. The app itself is adjusted for mobile. So you can probably see it quite nicely done for mobile. So this is what you see. So it's very similar to PowerPoint slides, right? So what you see are all these add slide, then you have your familiar slides which I showed earlier on. So to share a lesson, what you do is go back to the first part here and do a live lesson, right? For the silver version, the student pays won't work. You have to pay. So the live lesson works, no problem. Okay, now I'm going to give a live lesson. I click on the live lesson and you will see the code. So do join in. So this is the code you will see soon. HDRVS. Okay, join in. A tip here. Some students will not use their real name. So up to you. If you would like to do assessment or this, then you may want them to put their real name. For actual assessment, which I do for SUSS, I said, look, you have to use a real name. Otherwise, the report comes out, I won't know who contributed or participated in the activity. Right? I use this also for participation marks. So then here, from the trainer or educator point of view, you'll see that 2 out of 36 slides here. And if you wish to, at any time, jump the slides, you just have to click here and you will scroll to whichever slide you have. The other thing about this is you can join in anytime. How you join in is this. You will see a code here on your left-hand side. So students come in late, they can join in. Now, we realize something interesting here. For example, in the current environment, you say, oh, we can't go to class. What do we do? So basically, you can give this code to the persons who are not in class, and they can basically access this using the same way you're doing. So you're not in class together with me, not face-to-face, but you can basically go in and you can just join in and the numbers will work. I tried that before, seems to work quite well. So those students who cannot come to class, they still see the slides, but they will not hear me talking unless you do a Zoom like what we're doing today. Right, so you may consider doing a Zoom with this. At the same time, you share the screen. There's a right-hand click here. So you can use the clicker to go from left to right. So at any point in time, you can see a number of students. This is the poll. Interesting in the sense that you can give a multiple choice question. It can be a so-called survey. So let's fill it in. You have your screen with you. So do take note. There are 20 all of you. So fill in. So what you probably see are the A, B, C, D. Right. So you see that no answer, T, A, yes. So simple questions. You can use this as a starter. So for example, in a class, have you read about this topic? What do you know about this topic? Do you need help on which particular area? Right? Then they can put in their views, and from there onwards, you can do a survey here. On the left-hand side, nicely done up for you, the pie chart. This part here, this will be part of a report. Do take note, very useful. Because from the report itself, it will show participation as well. The thing about Nearpod is good is because I do not need to get out of the presentation slides to go somewhere else to have this poll in an app. It's all in the system itself. On the top left, you need to have some information, then you click on it. You will probably see the part that you show some information. If you wish to give a bit of information regarding the poll, what is it done, then you can just put it in. This slide is collaborate board. Just imagine it's a bulletin board. So everything will put it in or post it note. So how would you like to need to approve? So sometimes if you look at your participants, if you believe you need to control, not too sure what they put in, then you would probably say you need to approve comments. That will create quite a lot of work for you because every time the participants put it up, you have to see whether it is all right to put up or not. Right. Otherwise, for example, today I will not. So I will need to approve. So down here, this board, post-it note, I would like to learn about. So that's where you can add on from what you have been messaging today, right? Earlier on. So you put it in and you say, there is an image here and there's some words. So you may share your thoughts here. There's a time, so you can include the time factor. All right. What it means this is on the left-hand side. On the left-hand side, you will see all these students. This basically, if you are alphabetical order, student A to Z. So you see all the way. So I need to check, did Ashley say anything, or how about desert rolls, blah, blah, blah. All right, so according to this. Second thing is, I will go by time. So I know who started first. So this will help me to see who are the persons who come in earlier on and answer the questions. Then the last one is, of course, the like. Like is something here where it says, okay, what do I like about this? I say, okay, I think this one I like the Kentucky first, right? It's Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC, yes. Then all these are good, good questions. Then I say, all right. Then I go in and say, all right. I see what is there a spot? I say, all right. Or you can use this function to indicate what you should do first. And from here, you go in and you put the like. It goes on top. Right, so you see all these questions here, you probably take note of it. One of the most powerful functions for, I guess, from my point of view for Nearpod, is the ability to let the students participate. Or you have, for example, a scenario for a do long. So what they do is, they get a scenario and say, highlight important points. Yeah, highlight. So they say, what are the key evidence for this case? So get a scenario. Or highlight key legal concepts, or highlight whatever you think is required to be highlighted, or type in. So let's go through this. This function called draw it, right? This draw it function, waiting for you. You would have a blank paper here, not blank, at least image here. So what you do is you choose. So basically what I gave you earlier on is, what is your choice? So it may be something simple as this or anything else. Or you say, okay, identify the relevant concept, or identify what are the key problems in this case. So for example, everyone is doing that way. Say, hey, look, this is what you should do. So you may not see it. You see it. I am the one seeing it. You won't see it on the phone, right? So what I do, I said, all right, what you should do is basically circle the function, like what Gain did. All right, circle. If you like silver, you circle silver, or you think gold is good, you circle gold. That's the way. Right? So I will unshare this. So all we have this. So you click unshare, then close it. Right? The student level, some need a bit more guidance, some cannot be pressurized, some like challenges. Right? So 3 types. So I do 3 types. So first type is this. I think first type, no time limit. So take your time. Relax, which means they will don't stress them. The beginning of the class, we not want to stress them. 1 minute, 2 minutes to finish one question. Right. So let's try it. So you will now play the quiz. This is a quiz. All right. I will hide the name, not to embarrass anyone. Right. Go ahead. And from the lecturer's point of view or trainer point of view, you'll see question 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 questions. Real time. That's for assessment. And you are still in the whole same system. You are not going out to go somewhere and come back. This is recorded. So end of the day, you will have a report. Okay, let's try. 30 seconds. Stop. Loading. Start activity. I will start now. 3, 2, 1, 3. Let's go. Look at the time on the right hand side. There's a timer on the right hand side. Right? 30 seconds. Time's up. So we cannot let them have too much time because they need to go through. So exactly the same thing I did for my class. Today I said, look, you cannot just sit down and think through slowly because it's a computer-based exam. Right? You just send the pressure. All right, let's try this. MCQ, this is a runner, run. You are racing against each other. And you know how the other person perform. Right? Same 4 questions. Now, it's a question of how fast you run, right? And how accurate you are. 2 things. Right? Effective and efficient. Are you ready? Now, what I do here will be a very popular activity. Students like this. What they do is they sit in class, then they take a phone, and they start getting ready, playing game. So for the gamers, this is what you see. And I will share with you, it's a bit longer. It's all inside Nearpod. Right? It takes a bit. Okay, time to climb. And now you will be able to choose your avatar. Choose your character. Right? There's music. You can switch on the music if you want to. Your phone will have some sound, so students like music. So they start going in. Oh, it's almost in. Not bad. I see a lot of people jumping up and down already, and they like to see this character. So it's something like, I guess, Kahoot. All right, so we shall start. This is one of the fun games, and let's start. Time based. Oh, too loud. Hey, all done. So you have the winner. Hey, look at that. This is where you give the prizes. Sorry, you're not here. Sorry. So usually by the end of this, I will probably give them some prizes, stickers or whatever. They're very happy. So I think what is interesting today is, if you were to look at it, today this is the first time I use Zoom with Nearpod. And it seems to work quite well, isn't it? Number 1, here is where the report comes in. See the report on the top. Don't end the session without giving the report. If you end the session here and then press the report, it will be gone. Click on the reports. This will be sent to my email account. I say, okay. Then I wait for a while and I will now end the session. Right? That's where you will end the session. So it can be, I have done this for a 3-hour session. So in between, I still wait for a while, then say come back from the break. Right? So end the session. So this is where you will show you want to end the session for all log in. So if you log out, I tried this before. Google Slides, very confusing. Try not to do it. Anyone using Google Slides may have to consider it. Go into lessons in Nearpod. Right? You click on this, and you will see it going into here. That's where your option. See, this is PPT, PDF, PNG. PDF is good. PPT is a bit slow. Right? You upload files, just click here. Or just anything else you do, then you go in left-hand side and you search for your PPT, right? Or your PDF. Once you click, then it will cancel it. It goes in here and it will save. Second thing you may do, you add a slide. Right? Add a slide means you click here and it will give you the content. right? Content is, you will click here and it says, I would like to add content. Content is the most popular one of this. Now, a bit more, these are a bit more of the, I guess, you can try some of this. Right? I tried some of this before, very BBC, then go into slideshows, all this. I won't go into so much detail. The most popular, the most used one is this one. You click on the slide, then you will have this thing here. Right? So you have an option. You can put in the text. That means it's a Nearpod slide. Or you put a video in, you put image in, or GIF. Right? GIF can put in. If you go in, then you search for GIF. Right? But that's the GIF. You're asking about GIF as well, right? So what do you want to talk about? What GIF is it? GIF. Right? So try it and you put it. This is a nice one. Right? So can be done. Right? So they have their own. Basically means that your GIF must be from the Nearpod, not from the PowerPoint slide. PowerPoint slide will have a bit of problem. Right? So you add a title, whatever you like, then you save and exit. So that's your part here. Before that, you have your format, right, on your right hand side. So they have some template for you to do. If you like it to be green, you put green, then all will be green. Right? Then you save. This is in addition to your, I guess, PowerPoint slides. Right, this is over here. So you go in and then you click on it. How it looks like is this. So double click is just what I call it. There's a timer. You want to add timer, you can add. So up to you. So it's quite flexible. Play with this. So down here, then the questions here given, add questions. Right? So feedback, and then you talk about set. Right? So some things that you take note of. Always improve. So that's what you do. Settings, you do the settings. Right? Allow to multiple options, on and off. Answer. That's it. Collaborate. Let's click on this. Collaborate is an activity you put in, and this is what it looks like. You may choose the board. So there are a few things to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All this is given to you, templates. Straightforward. Then you can type in what you like to write about. You can include an image, and this is what you see. Right? Straightforward. Not too many words. Because if it's too many words, your phone can take it. Right? Let's remember it's mobile first. Okay, to create Droid is quite straightforward. So what you see this Droid, what you can do is you click on here and you see convert to Droid here. You convert to Droid, then it will convert to Droid into this. You may retain this or you may delete this. So it says convert to Droid. So you're about to create a Droid from this slide. Do you want to keep it original slide? Yes or no? Up to you. I usually keep it. But I keep it because in case I need it. So I always have a safety contingency plan. You can put some instructions on top. It's very simple. Let down instructions are here. You can type in. So the reports are here on the left hand side. Right? See the left hand side, click on it. And then the report is here. So Nearpod. So quite immediate. The good thing about this, I mean, it's really fast. So click on it, and then you will see 30 students. Yes, then try and see. Just earlier, someone says about the whole, not all 30 students attended, which is true. There are some of them skip. So these are some things you see, right? So see the report. So this is the one you can download or you can share. So download, then you can see a PDF, CSV, student view, sessions view. Right? Quite detailed.
Thank you for joining us.
Yep.
Spending 2 hours with us online. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.